just like that. Oh, I like that. That looks cool. I love it when it comes together. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be hopefully fun. I'm excited to do it. I am going to do a kind of like a poison ivy inspired look. So it's definitely not something that you're going to wear like every day, but yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. And I've got a new palette that I've been playing with. It's by NYX, and it's the Off Tropic, just Off Tropic, I guess. Hasta La Vista? Anyway, and it just looks like this. I've already been playing with it, and I absolutely love it. So, alright, so I'm just going to prep the eyes really fast. So I'm going to take the ivory one, right? Yes, ivory. It's lighter. And I am just going to prep the eyes. So I'm going to town on it. I want my eyes to be pretty white. For this look, I'm going to take a... Oh, we're using to get okay. Alright, I believe that is all blended. Yes. Okay. Oh, I didn't turn this on. There we go. Now it's even. Yay! Okay. Alright, so we just put concealer on. Now we're just gonna set it. Make sure we don't have any creasing, and we're going to set. And I am just using that e.l.f. Prime and Set. I think I've really been enjoying it. Yes, it does for on this album. Alright. Okay. Now I like to just make sure it's all set and nothing's tacky. Just for the eyeshadows to glide on nicely. Especially since we're doing kind of a cool look today. Alright. What I'm going to do is I am going to take... Which Morphe palette is this? 350? Alright, so I'm going to take just this M433 brush, and I'm going to be dipping into a couple different palettes. I don't have just like everything that I want to use in one palette, which is just fine. It just might take a second longer, but this is just a Morphe M35, sorry, Morphe 350 palette, and I'm just taking this first shade here, and I'm going to put this just right here on this inner corner. Ow, I hate this brush. It's so feathered, like too feathered, and it's really pokey. Oh, that hurt my eye, dang it. Ugh. I mean, I don't mind Morphe. I like the palettes and stuff, but the brushes, I don't know. Don't know if I like the brushes very much. Alright, so I'm just putting that there for now. Next I'm going to take my... So I'm going to get into this NYX palette, and I'm going to dip into this color here. They don't have any names, they're just numbered. So I'm guessing it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to take this right here. And some of these pictures, some of these colors in this palette are pressed pigments. I believe 1, 2, oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. I think 1, 2, and then 6 and 7, and then 9 and 10 I think are all pressed pigments. Anyway, so I'm going to dip into that green color with just my fluffy angled brush here. And tapping a little bit of the excess off. We're just going to start putting this on the outer corner of the eye. And I am going to be taking this color out. And then gradually blending it up. And just taking just small amounts just in this inner corner here. Just like whatever's left on the brush, because we don't want it, we want it very light in here. I'm going light to dark. So, and then I'm just going to kind of run it on the lower lash line. It's going to be smoked out a bit. Okay, ouch. Okay, alright. So I'm just going to keep building the intensity that I want up with this color. It's going to be kind of a slower process, but just to make sure everything looks good and blended. Just going to keep building it up. Okay, I think that's about where I want it. Sorry, my nose is a little runny today. Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to dip into the I Love Sarah E and ColourPop Collection palette, and I'm just dip down into this one right here. Focus, Moody. Right there, and that's what I'm going to use to deepen up this outer portion of the eye. So I'm going to take just a smaller, thinner, fluffier brush and tap off the excess. If you can't tell, this color is extremely pigmented, so be very careful when you use this color. If you have this palette. Then I am just dragging it down underneath right here, just on this lower lash line, just to connect it all. And then I'm just going to take just a fluffy brush that has nothing on it. I mean, I used it the other day, but there's nothing on it. And I'm just going to blend these edges out. Oh, I hate these brushes. Oh. Okay, for that lower lash line, I'm just going to take that brush I used before with nothing on it, just to help smudge it. I can't do the other brush. Just to make sure the edges are all blended. Okay, so you get that kind of winged effect, but you've got it slightly blended on the edges, so it's not like too harsh, but you've got a little bit of that shape going on there. Alright, and then that's pretty much it for the outer portion of the eye. Now the inner, what we're going to do, I can't decide on if we're going to kind of cut crease it and then put just like a light amount of green. I don't have a lighter green shade than the one I used from the NYX palette. I don't think I do. So what we could do is just mix it with some white. My gosh, why can't I open this? There we go. I don't know if this color is even lighter. A little bit. I could probably do a little bit of this. It's more of like a turquoise color, but I feel like just mixing this with some white will kind of give me what I need. And cutting the crease, so making the crease really right in here really white, and then going in with white and then putting this, just a little bit of it over it, I think will work out great. Okay, and then I just have another Morphe palette. It's just the Morphe 35S palette, and it's just kind of like this colorful one, and then I'm going to be using, where'd it go? Oh, duh. This color, and then just the white color, which I just put green into it. But I'm going to cut it first, so I think I'm just going to use the same concealer I already had. And we're going to find a definer brush here. Just try this one. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat the brush as much as I can. And then carefully, I don't do this a lot, so if I screw it up, oh well. We're going to carefully start from the inner corner right here. I'm already getting on my lower lash line nice. And I'm going to take it just about to that far and just slightly blend the edges with just like my finger a little bit. And I'm going to do about that far. And then we are just going to go in with this white color and just lay it on top and stamp it down. And I'm going to use this small fluffy brush right here. Just going to dip into the white shade. I need this brush, or this thing back. and we're just going to stamp it on to get the most color payoff, hopefully. I don't really like this white shade. It doesn't really go on the eyes very white, but it's okay. And then just blending over the edge over here just a little. There. Okay, so that's laid down. It's a little wider. Best I can do right now. And then we are just going to take that, we're just going to use that same fluffy angled brush. I'm just going back in that NYX palette, hitting that green shade right there, and I'm just going to get the tiniest amount, like I barely got any. Keep putting my mirror down, and I'm going to just lightly put this over it and see if we can get a light green color. I wish I had a lighter green, darn it. It's not quite giving me the effect that I want, or the lightness that I want, which is okay, I guess. It's not bad. But it's not bad. I kind of like that. Cool, now I'm going to just take that same one I used earlier with that darker shade, and I'm tapping some off and kind of brushing a little off because I don't want to put too much there because that color is super pigmented. And I'm just going to darken up this crease. And just get that other brush and blend over. Just like that. Oh, I like that. That looks cool. I love it when it comes together. Cool. So now I'm just gonna kind of mimic the bottom lash line. Except for I'm not gonna put concealer on the lower lash line. I think I'm just going to try and put a little bit of white. I don't know, that white just doesn't really do much. And try and get as light as I can. And I've kind of already mimicked the top on the lower lash line, but oh my god, I'm having difficulties today. And then I'm just going to take that same brush very lightly, just dip into that NYX green shade. I'm dabbing a little bit of it off. I'm going to just rub it across right here. Nice, and then I'm going to use the same brush and very lightly dip into the dark green. And I'm going to tap it and tap a little off, and I'm going to just stamp this. On the lower lash line. I'm going to take that same angled fluffy brush we had before. I'm going to dip just very lightly into that lighter green shade from the NYX palette and just run it across the bottom here. We're going for really smoky, so it's okay if you get it down lower. The whole point is to look smoky. And then I feel like this needs a little bit of sparkle. What do you guys think? A little bit of lighter in the inner corner. Yes, let's do it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go to my favorite color that's super white, or light, I guess I should say. The Morphe Jaclyn Hill big palette, and I'm just gonna take that second shade like I normally do. Boop, right there. And I am going to use a small brush. Maybe this one. So I'm just gonna take, I'm running out of, oh, we can try this one. We'll try this e.l.f. smudging brush. It is literally super, it's not super thin, but it's short. It's kind of wide though, but we will just try and use that. If not, we might just try and use the finger and then use this to put it in like certain areas to blend it. Ah, what is it with my eyeballs today? I keep touching it. And for the inner corner, I'm going to use my pinky, which is that same shade, and just place it, and then dip back in with the brush. Ooh, I like that. Cool, alright. Sweet. Now we need to decide if we want to take it up a notch and do like a black winged liner, or if we want to do green, or leave it and just do mascara. I think mascara will still look really cool, because then you can, I don't have any false lashes. I don't wear false lashes. So I feel like if I just did mascara, then maybe it'll still keep it open. You can see the eyelashes as well. Let's just do it. Worst case scenario, we can still kind of throw some liner on. It'll just be a little bit more difficult. So we're going to just slap on some mascara. Mascara on, I like that, but I think I am going to add, when this dries, I will add just some dark green and do slight like an eyeshadow wing with that, because I think that'll look really cool. Alright, so I am just going to do the rest of my face and the other eye, and then I'll come back and do the eyeliner and show you guys the final look. Alright guys, so I am back with pretty much my full face done. I wanted to save the lips for you guys. I didn't put mascara on this eye yet, and I'm going to do a little bit of the dark green liner. Or, I don't know, I still haven't decided yet, but I have picked a red color. Not all of these, obviously, but we're going to pair this with red. I feel like red would complement it very well, and when you think of Poison Ivy, I always think of like green and kind of like a red color, like not a bright red, but I think a bright red lip will go really cool with this, and it's totally out there. So I'm just going to slap on mascara. I think I'm like, I don't know, I'm liking how it looks with just the mascara on. I'm just using my I was using for like the limit. I don't know. I don't really need one. This is me. Not good to do it. Maybe I got a lot more, and I'm just unhurrying. more looks like this, inspired by some of my favorite and non-favorite comic book characters. I'm a big nerd and I like comics and stuff. So, alright, so I couldn't find a lip liner. I have this one, but it's too berry to go with the color I picked. So I'm just going to wing it, and I'm using a lipstick today. And it is one from Sam Marcella. I love their lipsticks, and I have all of their lipsticks and liquid lips. Amazing, and they're vegan, which is cool. So this is the color called Isabella, and we're just gonna see if I picked a right red. So right, but more like oh my shiny. Seriously, oh, I won't even miss them. Just in the bed. Okay, I do like the color. It's pretty. I just made it all skowonky, so ignore the skowonky lips. But this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will link everything that I put. Anyway, so this is the final look. My Poison Ivy inspired look. And I hope you guys liked this. I'm going to be doing one of these comic book character themed looks a week. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, just hit that subscribe button as well as that bell if you'd like, so you get notified when I post. I try to post twice a week. And yeah, thanks for watching.